was gonna have to come do a wellness check for you, my brother. I thought I was gonna have to come do a wellness check for you, but you stood on your word. As I got my guy TP to recap this game for us. Let's get to it.
Shout out to Juan Gotti Talking Sports. You know what it is.
Shout out Juan Gotti Talking Sports.
The way that we live is not for everybody.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
How do you think the rest of Jaden Daniels' career is going to go? If we're, 6, 7 games into Jaden Daniels' career, and he's already milking injuries? Like...
Yo, man, look, I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this. First off, all of the Commander fans, because y'all damn sure came over to my page on all types of stuff. I welcome it. You know what I mean? I welcome it. Talk your talk. I can guarantee there is nothing that you can say that I haven't said to myself. So say whatever it is that you gotta say. But I do want to talk about some things because I was right about a few things. I would say that I was right about a lot of things. I wasn't right about the main thing. And so, we got to get into that. I am going to try my very best to, not be crazy with the profanity. I want this to be a pleasurable listen for everybody. Right now, it's still kind of like fresh for me. So like, bear with me. But I'm ready to talk, man. Let's go. Let's talk.
This is going to be a peer therapy session for my brother TP, as everything we tried to warn him about literally happened. You tried to get up here and talk this game about Russell.
Not everything.
Wilson.
See, here y'all go.
I tried to tell you. Go ahead. No matter of fact, let's hear about what you were right about. I got you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. I said y'all weren't going to score 30 points.
Oh, man. Can I cut you off already?
Was I right or was I right?
Can I cut you off already?
Was I right or was I right?
Did we not leave 30 points on the field? Drop pass.
No, how? That's on y'all.
But what I'm saying
is, but did I also say that I counted on y'all to be rusty in your first showing? Y'all looked exactly how I thought y'all were going to look. And it's not even a shot. It's not even a shot. I said Jaden Daniels was going to Jaden Daniel. And that's exactly what he did. I'm still not excited about your supporting cast. They did enough to win. But all in all, y'all looked rusty. Y'all were an undisciplined football team. And I'm so disappointed that we didn't capitalize on our end. But pretty much, y'all looked everything. If y'all go back and look at the stream, y'all looked everything that I said y'all was going to look like.
So, okay, Rust, let's give you that credit. It's week 1, of course, right? So, of course, you can be rusty. But that's the thing that I think a lot of people lose sight of. Yeah, you can say, oh, it's a what if. It's freaking true. Yes, we only scored 21 points, but you out of your mind if you don't think that score should have been 4. I talked to so many Giants fans that was in my section today, and it should have been 40-6. I'm being completely honest. And look, at the end of the day, we won. So it doesn't matter. But
you're right. But no. It do matter, but it don't. It don't matter because a win is a win. And I received that. And y'all have the right to talk your shit. Most definitely. You got the job done. It was lit. I could hear it through the screen. I wasn't at the game. But it was even loud through the TV. And ultimately, y'all were the better team. It's not to take away from that. But see, I have to be the guy to not let y'all get away with murder, because what is going to happen is y'all going to discredit everything. And so...
What did you do good today? That's the thing about
okay.
You told me, and let's pull it up. Okay. Let's do it. Let's pull it up.
You want to do this early?
This is what
the
you
game
told.
goes down to the last seconds, last minutes, and it is up to your offense and our defense is on the field. I promise y'all, we will win that game.
My question is to you.
Let's talk about the defense.
I didn't have to do a wellness check for you, but that goddamn defense of yours, you told me that was going to give us hell. Brian Burns, the only one that earned his game check today.
How? Y'all had 14 for most of the game.
What do you mean?
Did y'all not have 14 for most of the game? If our offense would have done anything, we know how football is. It's a game of momentum.
And that's when I sit there and have to tell you, do we need to rewatch this game? It wasn't a 14-point game as if your defense was stopping us. We were self-inflicting ourselves.
So now my God.
We literally did we not extend your drives multiple times offensively, getting a bullshit ass roughing a passer call?
Are you serious? I know you're not complaining about no refs.
No.
I know for sure y'all not complaining about no refs.
We are complaining about refs. Let's talk about it. But my thing about it though is, right? That's the thing. The way I'm talking is in context. You saying you held us to 14 points for most of the game. Talk about the truth.
That is the truth.
That's not the truth.
How isn't it?
Your defense didn't sit here and shut us out for 14 points. Drop passes. Yes, they're on us. Drop passes. Bullshit ass offensive offsides call on Noah Brown. Are you kidding me?
Offsides is an offside. You can't combat that. Was it not an offsides?
No, I can literally pull up the picture. What are we talking about?
Hey, that's not what I seen. That's not what I seen.
And look, you know that like anybody else. Let me tell you why I know you know that like anybody else. Because 2 years ago, y'all fucking robbed us when Terry McLaurin literally checked with the receiver. Checked with the official to see if he was on the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
And they ended up throwing a flag. I was there.
Yeah, that was a bad game. That was a bad call. That was a bad call. No, but there was other bad calls too. That's what I'm saying. You can't just look at your side and say, we received.
What you gonna talk about? That Noah Igbenogany one? That's the one you want to talk about?
There was a plenty of them. Where do I want to start?
Let's hear it.
There was one where Darius Slayton was absolutely about to make a big play, and your guy grabbed a handful of face masks. And then you can't lie on TV because they slow everything up. So anybody who was able to see it visually from the TV screen seen it. He grabbed all the face masks. That was clearly a pass interference. There was another one where first of all, we was getting held all damn day, and I'm proud of how my defense showed up. Yes, there were. It wasn't perfect. I'm not sitting here and act like it was perfect, but all in all, I think the players did exactly what I wanted them to do. As far as the referees concerned, what's another one? There was a time when Debo Samuel had a push off, and everybody who was looking could see it. His arm extended and everything. No call. The referees did us no favors. I'm not overly tripping about the referees because it's part of the game, and I'm not saying that is the reason or why it was. So I'm not overly tripping because of that. But it definitely was a home advantage type thing. Like, they didn't give us no favors. They did not give us no favors. Bro, I can't wait till you watch it again. We
had 10 penalties
that y'all earned. That you earned. There was one of them. There was maybe like one or two of them that I say y'all didn't earn.
I'm just like you. I don't like blaming the refs. If we lose, we lose. But we're not going to sit up here and act as if 10 penalties did not help extend multiple of your drives. If you want to talk about the reason why you lost, your shitty-ass offense had opportunity after opportunity in the red zone twice and couldn't do shit.
You're not lying.
Tell Malik Nabers come to Washington where he going to thrive, man. I feel bad.
I want to speak about that. I'm going to wait.
Bad for.
Remind me of that. Because I do want to speak about that. Remind me I don't want to forget about that point. Malik Nabers going to Washington. Remind me so I don't forget. But I do want to say, yes, the penalties definitely helped, get the ball back to the offense and helped our defense. But again, I'm not going to discredit our defense for that. Like I told you in the pregame, I knew that was how y'all were going to come out. Y'all were as rusty as I thought y'all were going to be. Only thing that was the main thing that I was pretty much wrong about was our coaches got simply out-coached. And that was the theme of things. It was a clinic. Y'all need to do everything in your power to keep Cliff there. Because that man is the reason on why everything turned out for y'all. That and respect to JD5, I'm not going to discredit the man. He played a really good game. Those two things, but especially Cliff, he just simply outcoached us. The coaching job that we put out there was terrible. I don't think it was the players as a whole. The players went out there and they played with a level of intensity that I wanted to see. They went out there and played hard. There was a lot of good things that I seen from players that I'm not going to hold my head down about. But you tell me why we have Abdul Carter, who is an elite pass rusher, playing a spy to Jaden Daniels, giving him all the time in the world to just to pick off zone defenses and move the ball up the field instead of just making things as uncomfortable as it can be. Why? Like, we were getting after Jaden Daniels. Brian Burns was doing this thing. Like, we were doing what I wanted to see us do. But again, we are defensively and personnel-wise, we were just shooting ourselves in the foot, and ultimately, y'all took advantage of it, and Cliff, he did a great job, man. And he did such a great job that I'm low key jealous. I wish we had a coaching job like that.
I'm about to give you your wish. Cliff Kingsbury was one foot out the door last year. If the New Orleans Saints was anything permittable, he would have been their head coach. Cliff Kingsbury would be your head coach next year. Brian Daboll's in over his head. I heard John. I was in a section full of Giants fans. They already over Mike Kafka after one game. It was
pathetic.
They literally. But no, I want to go back to your point because you talked about us taking advantage of what you just say. Y'all had missed opportunities or something. You just brought up or whatever. What'd you just say? I'm trying to remember because I'm all over the place because I'm animated right now.
Us taking advantage of your penalties?
I forget what you just said. Something like that. But I feel like it was the other way around. I truly do. Like, with all jokes aside, all trolling aside, can we agree? Let's just call it what it is. Put what ifs inside and everything. This shouldn't have been a game. It should have been 30-6, 40-6.
But how can you say that when you're not a disciplined team?
I understand that. You can say we're undisciplined for week one because we had a lot of penalties. I'm talking about the missed plays that shouldn't have been missed. Had this been a week 5 game, probably wouldn't have been missed. So to your point, we were rusty, but you were outmatched in every phase of the game.
No, I don't believe so. I don't believe so at all.
You talked about why is Abdul Carter spying Jaden Daniels and not rushing the passer. You literally came on here in the preview and said that's what he was going to do. You said we got Abdul Carter. He can line up as edge. He can line up over the center. He's going to be a chess piece. He's going to be the only guy that could truly monitor Jaden Daniels. So why are you upset at that? If that's
I didn't want him to spy. I didn't want him to spy on him. I wanted him to go after him.
You're supposed to have this vaunted front, right? You should have that expendable versatility because you have Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau that are able to perceive to be pass rushers, and that allows you to be able to move Abdul Carter around and do much. And shout out to Abdul Carter. Got a block punt. I felt like it was roughing the punter only because I thought you had to allow the punter to land, which he clearly didn't. But hey, I guess I'm wrong in it.
He got the ball.
Yeah, no. He got the ball. So, no, I'm saying my initial reaction is when I saw him run into my punter, I thought it was roughing the punter. But on the TV, on the screen, they said he got the ball, which ultimately made him, made Tressway, like, what's the word? Like, vulnerable in a sense. But thank you to Abdul Carter for making my punter questionable. And we have a game on Thursday. So, shout out to him for doing that at least, I guess.
I think ultimately, the defense, personnel-wise, and these are things that a lot of Commander fans may not understand, but if you know your team, you'll get it. Personnel-wise, there were a lot of things that I just did not agree with that our defensive coordinator did. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, on passing downs, we're taking out our best pass rusher at times, and I didn't understand why. I really didn't. And what did Jaden Daniels and Cliff do? They noticed that, they seen that, and they took advantage of it. I love the fact that y'all attacked Cordell Flott. That was if there was any weak point in our defense, it was going to be Cordell Flott at that CB2 position. Why did we choose Cordell Flott to take this charge instead of Deonte Banks? I have no idea. Like, it was things that coaching wise was just an absolute just terrible. And then when you ask yourself, okay, how was the game really supposed to go, or the game wasn't really supposed to be close? We literally both can say that. You know why we could say that? Because I could argue that we're supposed to take advantage of these penalties. We're supposed to take advantage of a team that is undisciplined. Usually, the undisciplined team is going to be the team that ultimately loses the game. But because we were just so incompetent and on the offensive side of the ball and putting things together, there was just absolute. It wasn't even much to even discuss. Again, defensively, I think you can't be mad at what we did. I mean, y'all weren't moving the ball at will. Y'all tell me, this is what y'all tell me. Y'all are one of the best offenses in the league. If we have you with 14 points damn near the whole game, why would I be mad at that? Only thing that I'm really disturbed about is that our coaches did not coach a good game in order for us to at least combat that and for them to stay on the field and win that momentum battle. You tell me, if this was you, and let's say roles reverse, if you get all the way up to the 2-yard line, I don't care how many damn times you stop us, and it is 4th down, are you kicking a field goal? No. Especially when you have Cam Scatterbo, who was running over everything. Cam Scatterbo was over there looking like the guy that we needed him to look like. Why are we not giving him the ball in the red zone? Please, someone help me understand that. Like, there are a lot of coaching areas that was just terrible. So it's not to take away from anything that you did, but it's also to recognize what we didn't do and why I'm so upset.
I get you. And this is a therapy session for you to get it off. But I'm just going to be real. We couldn't have watched the same game, man. Because
what am I lying about?
The way you are bragging in a sense about us holding us to 14 points, that's BS. That's not a legit 14 points. I'm telling you.
How is it not?
I would have came up here. First of all, right before half, if you want to be technical, we should have got 17 points, but they called him from intentional grounding, which ultimately led off to a 10-second runoff. That's
okay, pause right there.
That's not anything that you did. That's us.
How is it not? We caused the pressure. We caused the pressure.
That you did.
Jaden Daniels is the one who threw the ball. It wasn't intentional grounding. It wasn't like it was a questionable call. It was a legit intentional grounding. How can you take that away from us?
That's nothing that you did there for the intentional grounding. First of all, let's back it up since you want to talk about play calling. I don't agree with the design run up the middle when you don't have no timeouts. That's for one. That's for one, because you had 18 seconds. You could have got 2 passing plays, 2 shots at the end zone. At that, had you not have ran that play, which allowed more time to come off the clock. That's for one.
In the first quarter? That was in the first quarter?
No, I'm talking about right before half. The play before he got the intentional grounding. The reason why I'm not giving you 100% credit for it is because you got to be smart enough to know your time on the clock to get the ball out your hands quicker. And of course, shout out to you for having some type of pressure on that play, I guess. But what I'm telling you is your 14 points that you keep bragging about holding us to is not a legit 14 points. It's because we harmed ourselves. You did not. Tell me one legit drive that besides, I think it's probably that Brian Burns one. I'll give that one to you.
We were getting to Jaden Daniels. What are we talking about? We were sacking him.
Yeah,
we was causing pressure.
How many sacks did y'all have today? 2, 3? Brian Burns had 2, right? And that's it?
Off. I don't know. I could look it up off the top. But one thing I can say is we did our job as far as getting to the quarterback and making him make these decisions. But it also is exactly what I said. I told you, the lack of talent that y'all have on that offensive side of the ball, especially in that receiver room, yeah, if you have better receivers that can make these catches, then maybe it looks a lot different. But again, I am banking on the fact that it is underwhelming in that receiver position. Yeah, they had good plays throughout the game, but y'all, it could have been a lot better. That's what y'all like. Why are we? How could we not agree to that?
No. For sure, this is not the best you've been seeing of Washington. Trust and believe that.
I'm not saying I don't think that at all.
That's why I'm telling you to be excited about holding us to 21 points.
I'm not excited. I'm mad about everything that went down today.
No, okay, cool. Let's back because no, you're right because you're banking on the 14 points. Being excited about holding us to 14 points, that's the reason. You just proved to me that's why I can't give you full credit for this and I have to put the blame on us because we were rusty, as you said. This was the first showing, and I have to disagree with you wholeheartedly, my guy. Yes, it's not household names. Jalen Lane's a rookie, right? Noah Brown isn't somebody that you lose sleep over, but this supporting cast is damn good. It's been years when Terry McLaurin's the only thing that we had. And had Terry McLaurin had 2 receptions for 27 yards last year or the year before that, we've been losing our mind. But you know why we're not tripping? Because Austin Eckler did work today. I was right about that too. Noah Brown did work today. Our rookie, Bill, Ja'Cory Krosky-Murt, 3 rushes, 80 yards and a touchdown. Zach Ertz. So we have a supporting cast. Yes, it's not super high names like a Bengals offense that has 2 legit wide receivers. But no, our supporting cast is damn good, and you had the nerve. That was another thing I was right about, by the way. Apology. You had the nerve to disrespect who? Debo. That's my bike, punk. That's my bike. So
Debo had himself a decent game, but I mean, if you want to overhype it as the winners, I'll respect it. I'll respect it.
I'm not overhyping because you're right. He had that, and that's why I'm telling you. Oh my God,
I know. I was right about Terry. I know that's another thing I was right about.
No, Terry literally had 2 touchdowns. He can't throw the ball to himself.
All right, is it Jay? Who are we gonna not blame it on?
No, TP, that's what I'm saying. That's not. I don't think you're listening to me. My thing is you, the Giants, didn't do anything to stop us today. We stopped ourselves.
That's not the truth. That is not the truth. No, it is not. That is not the truth.
I literally just told you one play of Terry McLaurin getting overthrown a touchdown. You said, okay, I say that's not on Terry. He can't throw the ball to himself. You said,
but that happens. That happens.
I get that it happens, but it's a part of the game. We have to go through that. Like, who was that cornerback checking turn on that play? Because we got killed.
Paulson. Yeah, Paulson and
Debo.
He got
touchdown,
routed.
Right? Should have been a tud. Terry McLaurin was wide open on a slant route in the end zone for another touchdown. So you can sit up here and say Terry McLaurin was shut down or he had a slow game because he was just coming back. He should have had 2 touchdowns. Now, I'm living in a world of what if because that's just the reality of our game. You talk to anybody. We're disappointed just like you. This is not our best showing. Jaden Daniels had in the post game. We're sloppy. That was not good. We're not happy about this. We played sloppy.
I literally said this.
I get that. And congratulations. You called it. But for you to not sit up here and just be real and say that we should have had at least it should have been 30-6, bro. I'm sorry. Minimum.
Why shouldn't have? Why it should have? Like I really don't understand that. See, look, this is what
game, bro.
No, I really don't understand that. Our defense was being held back by our own defensive coordinator. To be honest with you, like our defense ultimately, I think did a good job. Like, and I told y'all this. I would understand if I didn't tell y'all this in just the pregame show that we did. But if y'all go back and listen to what I said, rather than just calling me delusional and a troll and all that other stuff, I know y'all love to get that off, but I was actually right about a lot of the shit that I was saying. I said that connection with Jaden Daniels and Terry may take a little bit of time. Am I lying? I'm not saying this is y'all identity. I banked on the fact that the week 1 rust I believed would be a thing. So yes, y'all are going to get better. Yes, this may be the worst that we ever see y'all. I am not denying that. But the fact of the matter is, I was not lying. Like, I am upset that we didn't take advantage of these opportunities. And I'm not discrediting that aspect of it. Look, ultimately, all we doing is breaking down the game. I'm not taking away from your victory. Y'all were the better team. Like, I don't like that is clear. But there are just certain things I'm just going to not let y'all run away with and get away with just because y'all won. No, there's some facts in this whole thing. But ultimately, shit don't matter. Y'all are 1-0. We're 0-1. We got some things to really discuss over there in the Giants world.
We're gonna talk about. We're gonna let you get. This is a therapy session for you. I don't want you to confuse the banter about back and forth between us. This is a therapy session for you at the end of the day because I'm a good friend. I hate seeing guys upset, but at the end of the day, I can't let you get away with BS. I'm sorry. Because again, we'll talk about it. But shout out to Cruising. Thank you for the donation, Cruising. He says you guys dominated good games to the Commanders. Cruising has been a guy that's been supporting me for years. Talking about a Giants fan that has been watching me for years. He used to always come in here because Daniel Jones. I told you we already went down that road. By the way, who had a beautiful game today versus the Dolphins. But I'm not gonna lie to you. This is just me being honest. I told you I was surrounded by Giants fans today. Yeah. I told him, I say, look, Russ can't get it done. Yeah, I might need to go call up Dart for some type of spark because
I'll get into that.
You can talk about I know you're gonna talk about the offensive line, but Russ, I tried to tell you. You've been bragging all night long about what you said about us, right? Now I just need you to talk about Russ for a second because I tried to warn you. I tried to.
I'm not mad at Russ at all. There were things surrounded Russ that ultimately hurt him. Now, this is the thing. The offensive line didn't have a good game at all. That's the obvious, right? Mm-hmm. But again, what we did offensively as far as play calling is concerned was terrible. That single back shit that we kept doing. Hey, everybody, listen, we about to run the ball right here. Oh, defense, everybody's crowded in the box. Y'all know it's a run too? Okay, cool. Guess what? Run. It wasn't the designs of the plays wasn't even witty. It was trash. It was absolute trash. And then you go out there, you put Russ under center. You don't even give him a fair shot at putting him in the shotgun most of these times. And it was just absolutely just horrible play designs and horrible play calling. But I want to say this for those, because y'all probably wouldn't know, but on my channel, they know. I was the only guy as far as the New York Giant content creating saying, yo, I'm going to be real with y'all. Daniel Jones, he may not be the best, but he is not the reason as to why we look the way we look. Daniel Jones is not as bad as everybody's trying to make it seem like he is. I was called all type the same shit that y'all trying to say in this chat. I'm clown. Oh, I'm this and that. Da-da-da. Well, why do we look like the same exact offense and Daniel Jones is nowhere near in New Jersey? I guess we have someone else to blame. Maybe it's the same person that I've been telling everybody to watch out for. And it's this horrible, trash-ass offensive play call. And these coaches are terrible right now. They are terrible. What is Daniel Jones doing over there with the Colts? Cooking up like Jordan Ramsey himself. Over there just putting on a clinic. Like the stats, it's crazy what he was doing. He was going off. So again, that is just a testament to everybody. Y'all could say, put Dart in. Okay, well, if you put Dart in, guess what's going to happen? The same exact shit. The same exact thing. So, I don't understand why everybody just looks at the quarterback as the end-all, be-all. You got to have Cliff. You got to have the offensive line in order for JD5 to do his thing.
King G. Shout out to King G. Thank you for the super chat. He says, I love the banter. Hope you do more of these. Thank you. I'm not going to lie to you. I would love to do more of these every single week, but I'm going to give my guy his props. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find another TP that's this passionate about his team, that's going to call it how it is, that's going to say what's on his mind. I don't know if I'm going to get this again with somebody else later down the line. So I'm going to try my best to do more of these. But it ain't going to be as lit as my guy TP is. So shout out to TP for coming through.
Salute. I appreciate that, man.
Make sure y'all subscribe to him. Again, like I said, this isn't the last time we're matching up. So you're going to want to see this again. And also, why do you want to keep up with the Giants? Because they're division rivals. You want to keep up with your division throughout the whole season. This is the best coverage on the Giants. And of course, we got to send our love from afar. I'm going to be trolling them all season long because I don't see a goddamn win in his future besides the Saints.
And we go.
So-
we gonna talk. I want to respond. I want to respond to shout out to Jim Sleazy because he made sure that he was in my post game stream earlier, and he made sure that he had to talk his shit. But I'm gonna respond to his super chat that I see that he put in there.
I got you. Go ahead, bro. Let me read it. Jim Sleazy. Shout out to Jim Sleazy. Says Bruh's trying to find a victory where he could find a sit down. That's what I'm saying. Hey, look, he kept saying, I was right, though. I wasn't all right. He's trying to find, and I get it. Moral victories is what they need to take away from because they're a bad football team. But go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to take off the shades because I wore the shades because really, y'all blacked my eye.
You wanted to feel victory, huh? These are the victory shades.
In the boxing world, sometimes you go 12 rounds and your eye is black. And so when you're in your press conference, you just got to make sure that you representing yourself the best way. Y'all blacked my eye today, man. Let me say this, because I did talk about what I was right about, but I also want to talk about what y'all were right about. I'm going to start here. Y'all were right about your quarterback, JD5. This dude is a problem, man. Y'all got y'all one, man. Y'all got y'all one. Now, granted, I never discredited JD5, but I am going to say, like, I've just watching him like maneuver, like I've gained more of a respect for this guy, man. He's different. He's different. And he really like he's the end all to be all for y'all. I'm gonna keep it real. All right. But anyway, I understand why y'all respond to everything JD5, right? That's one. Two. And look, all right, my man says we not the Bengals.
That's what you told us.
Yeah. I mean, y'all, to me, in my humble opinion, y'all didn't move the ball the same way y'all did with the Bengals to us. But anyway, I wanna stay on track here. I wanna stay on track. Y'all was right about this, man, and I really hate to say this shit, but again, I can only keep it real. Y'all told me that there might be an interest factor in Malik Nabers wanting to join with Jaden Daniels in the future. And when y'all said that, I just thought y'all was just talking out your ass. I thought I was just y'all just saying shit. I am not gonna hold you. It has legs. That definitely has legs. Because what I seen today was Coach Dable and Malik Nabers going at it on the sidelines. There's only but so much losing that Malik Nabers is going to continue to go with. There's only but so much. He hates losing. He's made that clear in his draft interview. Like, he said this from the beginning. He hates losing. Again, we seen the video with Coach Dable and Malik Nabers arguing, but this was the thing that kind of was like, okay, all right, this is not good. Coach Dable tried to reel Malik Nabers back in because he's like, listen, we got more game to play. Like, I need you to lock back in and go out there and try to still, be Malik. And so when he reached out his hand for a dap, like, all right, come on, let's go. What did Malik do? He igged it. He igged it. Like, nah, you ain't getting me with that. Yo. That right there was a sign of someone who is unhappy. That is a sign of someone who is just not pleased with this continuous road of just losing. And in the world of, this is not like back in the day. In the world of just getting with somebody, getting with your best friend, getting with a team that can appreciate you and value you the way that you should. Again, I think y'all was right about that, and I think it has legs.
I want to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it fair to say that he's checked out mentally, or is it still a little too early for that?
Both. Because the disheartening thing for not just, Malik and the players, but even just as fans, the disheartening thing is when you look similar to what you looked like last year, and you know it's not necessarily the roster and the team and the players, it could be disheartening. It could be disheartening. And so I think for Malik, because it was only week 1 and he is on a mission, like he is also trying to make it known that he is on the trajectory of being one of the greatest. I think that's the main thing that's keeping him like going. But outside of that, I mean, yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
I want to say this, but we're gonna read the super chats and then we'll get back into it. But I'm just gonna leave this little bug in your ear. You continue to try to say that your defense played well and we didn't really do much offensively that impressed you. But I'm gonna just leave it. We had a total.
I'm not gonna say that last part. I think y'all did do something. I think y'all did do enough that impressed me. I think what I'm saying is y'all did exactly what I thought. Y'all looked exactly how I thought y'all would look.
That's called victory juice right there. I don't know if you'll taste that this season, but it's damn good. I wish I could send you some, but I don't know if you're gonna be able to taste that this year. But
oh man,
Captain Obvious. Shout out to Captain Obvious. He says 1 game closer to JD6 starting for the G-Man. Oh, they say JD6, huh? Oh man. Jackson Dart, y'all gonna call him JD6? Oh, come on, y'all can't steal the swag like that, man. Y'all can't steal the swag like that, man. Not JD6. Y'all gotta come up with something different than that. Don't steal our swag like that. Come on.
I mean, listen. We knew this going into the season that if things went left, that Jackson Dart is literally the very last straw that Coach Dable, has to pull. The only way Coach Dable has a future is if Jackson Dart looks good under his leadership. That's the only way. Because as of right now, I mean, Coach Dable's in the hot seat, and Coach Dable may not make it to the end of the season.
I think you go ahead and pull the trigger now. You ain't got shit to lose. I ain't gonna lie.
We ain't doing this over week 1.
I know you ain't. But waiting to week 10, week 11, when you ain't got nothing to play for anymore. I say
we don't have nothing to play for in week 1.
No. I'm talking about like later in the line when y'all are expected to put them out there. I think because what you got? You got Dallas, who they're 0-1, but they look damn good. Let's be real about that. I felt like they should have beat Philly. I know you got Kansas City in there. What, week 4 is? That's somewhere around there. Like, it's gonna be tough to get some victories, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I feel like the earlier you can get JD6 out there.
Well, no, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. One thing about us, too, though, is as disheartening as we look today, the one thing that I can say about us is we'll do this. We'll play a game like this, and then versus Dallas, we'll just turn shit up, and we'll look like a completely different team out there.
40-7, though, huh? Y'all lose 40 to something like last year?
I mean, I like the way our defense look. I'm still on a ledge of like defensively. I'll put my defense out there with anybody.
Yeah, let it go.
I'll put my defense out there with anybody.
Dexy is still on a milk carton. Where the hell was he at today?
Yeah, that's a fact.
You told that's the thing. You told me about this defense, and I'm sitting there like, man,
they did their job.
They didn't. we did the job for them, not capitalizing.
Well, listen. However you want to slice it or dice it.
Yeah, we're gonna slice it that way because that's the truth. The truth is, go to not any other, but there are. I listen because after we win or lose, I always like to listen to the other team, especially when we win. There's like 10 Giants content creators that has literally said that. Not saying your defense ain't make no plays, but they literally are sitting there saying self-inflicting wounds by Washington is the reason why this game was 21-6 and not 40-6. And that's all I'm trying to say. I'm not taking no credit away from the good things that you made. What was it? Was it I forgot what DB it was, but he made a hell of a play today. A tackle. I forget his name. I don't know.
Andrew Phillips.
Was it Andrew Phillips?
Which was the guy I brought up also.
Was it Andrew Phillips? I thought it was
who made the tackle to give you short on the first down?
I thought it was another play too. I forget his name. Who are your DBs besides Cordell Flott?
You got Cordell Flott, Andrew Phillips, Paulson Adebo, and I think that was pretty much who was out there.
Devontae Banks, but like
you got some safeties, Tyler Nubin, and Javon Holland.
I think Tyler Nubin made a play. I think it was him. But anyways, I'm not taking away nothing good that you did. But again, maybe you watch the all 22s or watch it over again. You're going to see what I'm talking about. The reason this game was close was because of us. Like nothing you did today was the reason why that score was 14-6 or 21-6.
Okay.
Us and the referees.
All right. So let's say we play that game, right? Mm-hmm. So why can't we say that offensively then? Why can't we
say it? Let me hear it.
So why can't we say offensively the reason why it wasn't close is because offensively we hurt ourselves?
You can say that, but the rebuttal to that is that is on you because the refs literally extended your drives multiple times. You are down in the red zone. I can't
believe this is your leg to stand on.
No, because it's my leg to stand on. Is because that's the truth, bro. I swear to God, I know. Like this is me being real. I swear. If you guys did anything like crazy good, or if you would have beat us or whatever, I would come on here and give you your props. But I watched that game. I was there. You did not do anything to slow down my offense, and then vice versa.
How did we not do anything? So you mean to tell me every drive outside of the 14 points that you've had up until the fourth quarter, it was yours?
Outside.
Hey, then right now you should not be happy. You should not be celebrating right now.
I'm not. That's the thing. I'm not. None of our fans are happy with our performance. Our team isn't. We played sloppy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited because we're talking back and forth, and it's just a fun back and forth, friendly banter or whatever may have you. But peel the layers back. Well, go to my post-game show. I'm not happy. 10 penalties, drop passes, Jaden Daniels overthrowing easy touchdowns. I'm not happy. And still in a game in which should have been 40-6, we only went 21-6. I'm not happy. That's the thing. That's what I've been trying to get through your head the whole night.
That train of thought still just doesn't. That's not how football works. Like we both could just easily say woulda, coulda, shoulda. If we didn't do this, it would have been this. If we didn't do, because like offensively, for example, like. That's why I'm just highly shocked at the fact that you feel like the refs did something for us. When in all actuality, the refs helped y'all out an awful lot. There were big plays left out there. And you know how, and I know because there wasn't many of them, but there were huge plays left out there because the refs missed important calls. Like, I'm shocked that you even have that train of thought, but I really do want you to watch it over again, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm going to, and I want you to. How about this? I'm gonna do the all 22 too because I'm gonna break it down. How about you watch the all 22 version over, and I'm gonna watch the full game highlight where you say they can't lie on TV because they slow down. I'm gonna watch the TV version since I was there in the stands.
Yes.
You watch I'm telling you, you're going to be like, oh my God, they should have had 40 points with ease. So yes, we can play.
I get what you're saying.
Go ahead.
No, I understand what you're saying. In a technical world, yes, y'all could have put up an abundance of points. I understand that. That shot to Terry McLaurin was definitely a 6 if y'all connected. I think there were some drops. I think there was some key drops to stop drives early. I think, again, y'all shot yourselves with penalties and things like that.
That's all I'm talking about, TP. That's all I'm saying. That's why I sit up here in this whole night, and we're only 44 minutes in, but I've been telling you that's why me personally don't think you did anything to stop us today or anything that made me feel like you would have won this game. Y'all got out-coached. We already said that.
Yes.
Y'all do not match us talent-wise. Talk about a defensive line.
That's why
it looked like we had the better defensive line today. Javon Kinlaw giving you hell. No lanes for Tyrone Tracy to run. No lanes for Devin Singletary to run. You could blame the offensive line if you want, but give our defensive line some. Deron Payne 1 1/2 sack and a batted pass. Dietrich Wise, Malik Nabers, get your little ass over here, boy. Where you thought you was going? Come, like it looked like we the ones that should have been hyping up our defensive line. That's my only leg that I'm standing on tonight, and that's just me being honest. Had you done anything that scared me or made me feel like you would have won the game if it was done differently, I would give you your credit. Because Malik Nabers, oh my God, that one-on-one play. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna let you go. When they motion Malik Nabers in motion, I say I'm gonna watch Leak this whole entire play. He gave Quan Martin the business at the top of the route, hit him with a boom boom, wide open. He's a dog. But outside of that, ain't nothing to get hyped up about your offense. So you can blame everything around Russ and all that play calling, offensive line. But at the end of the day, he was no better either. You got to put some type of blame on his plate. That's not fair to leave Russell Wilson uncriticized because he's a big part of why your offense wasn't that good as well.
No, he definitely deserves criticism. But again, even when we talk about our running game, like I don't think y'all were truly tested today. When it comes to just like again offensive play calling, the play designs and the formations that we decided to run the ball out of were just, it was so telling. It wasn't witty. Y'all knew we were running it when we did. It just was like it didn't really give y'all good work today. I think if we were in a shotgun, maybe some draws here and there, see some screens here and there. Like we didn't keep y'all on your toes at all. And so I do feel like we did make it a lot easy for one. And for two, our offensive line didn't have a good game. Didn't have a good game. And your D-line did what they were supposed to do and took advantage of that. They stepped up and they played big. But I'm not going to discredit my D-line because I think the position that they were put in, and that's why I challenge people. I know you're going to. I'm not talking necessarily about you. But that's why I challenge people to go look at the football aspect of it or look at the All-22 and look at the personnel that was put out there on the field and ask yourself certain questions as to, okay, all right, why necessarily isn't Brian Burns in at this moment of time? Or why is Abdul, instead of him maybe dropping back to the zone or rushing the quarterback, why is he spying Jaden Daniels right now? Or like ask yourselves these questions and then you would understand, like, you know what? No, the players, they were out there actually playing good. They just were in bad positions to succeed. Like our game planning was terrible. You can't, I don't think there is a world where you spy JD5, to be honest with you. Because he's damn near going to outrun everybody. And again, like I said, the most that you can do when you're going against greatness, because that's what it is with JD5, is all you could do is make him look as uncomfortable as you could make him look. I'm not saying you could stop him. You got to make the man think, and you got to continue to make him think throughout the game. And an example is that is like, okay, the first drive, right? You throw a comeback. We have an opportunity to get an interception. You never know what momentum does for you. What does Cordell Fly do? He drops the ball. Like, I just think overall, man, like, it just wasn't a good showing from us at all. It wasn't.
You were outmatched every phase of the game. That's why I don't like the theory.
Y'all corners, I'm not giving that to your corners. Y'all corners was not outmatched by our receivers at all, and that's where the refs really played a big part.
Whoa,
Malik, and that's why I'm so pissed. Why were we not keep throwing that 9 and moon ball for Malik? Like
y'all did it 3 times.
I would have done it more.
Russ, sorry, Russ ain't in his prime no more. I told you about that moon ball.
No, it wasn't. Exactly. Okay, good. I love how we do that.
I'm there. What do you mean it wasn't Russ?
It wasn't just. Okay, so it was Russ on every single time, or was it the fact that he didn't have no time, and when he did throw it, he was getting killed?
Y'all threw it 3 times vividly that I remember. For one, Russ overthrew the shit out of one. That's one that I remember vividly. The other 2, yeah, you can say it was pressure in his face and whatnot. I've seen Russell Wilson on occasions deliver a good moon ball that even getting hit. That's the whole purpose of a moon ball. Look at Jaden Daniels last year versus the Bengals. Terry McLaurin touchdown. He got killed. Still delivered it perfectly. So that's why I say he did a good job. That's why I say to you, stop. I get it. The coaching staff is trash and whatnot. But you gotta hold three. You gotta hold three to some accountability too, man. Malik Nabers, you damn right. He's unguardable. We ain't guarding that. We already knew that coming into the game. Jalen Hyatt, or was it Wan'Dale Robinson, had a few good grabs as well. But you can't sit up here and blame coaching only, because what about your tight end? Had three, would have had an easy first down. Dropped 3 wide open passes in the flats.
I did.
See, I'm a big person on putting the blame on the players more than the coaches. Why is that?
Hell no.
Yes, because the coaches, yes, they scheme it up. They play
in certain instances, yes, I do.
But whose job is it to go out there and actually execute? Whose job is it to actually execute? And you can sit up here and say Wise Abdul Carter, spying Jaden Daniels. That's your freaking job at the moment. So do to the best of your ability to try to defend Jaden Daniels from getting to the boundary. How about containing them? And why are you getting pushed up the field and not containing your edges? Edge rushers, defensive ends, because we did it. So yeah, you can say coaching is a big part of it. Damn straight, I agree with you wholeheartedly. But you got to hold your Giants to some type of accountability too, because there were plenty plays left out there that they could have took advantage of that they truly did. You were in the red zone twice and you couldn't convert. Come on, man.
Okay, so are we gonna act like Russell Wilson didn't land on those moon balls? Because again, he gave one to Wan'Dale Robinson, he caught one. He gave one to Malik, he caught one. He gave one to Darius Slayton, and like I said, go watch it again. It was a handful of face masks. A handful of face masks. So you don't just stop doing it. You keep doing it. You keep going. Your corners clearly was, if anybody was having trouble on your defense, it was your corners. But y'all got escaped, and y'all not, for some reason, y'all in this chat, and y'all just ignoring the fact that that was the case because y'all escaped from it. But again, go watch it again.
I will.
And yes, I'm not saying that there was a time where Russell did underthrow. There was a time where Russ may have not thrown the ball where it needed to be. I'm not negating that. But I'm not asking Russ or any quarterback to go out there and be perfect. Like, that's not what I would ever tell a quarterback to go do. I think he played well enough to definitely win this game when y'all had 14 most of the drive. And then you talk about us not scoring in the red zone. Well, how come our coach is acting like a bunch of...
Go ahead. Hey, you might as well let it rip, man. I'm telling you, it's a therapy session for you, man.
Hey, look. Hey, I'm tired, and I've said this, man. I've said this in my recent videos and my keys to victory. Coach Dable has this thing, man, of going out there just being soft. Being soft. You're in the red zone. You're at the 2-yard line? Tell me why. I don't care about you not getting it the first 3 times. Oh, and then you add a penalty to it, so you get 4 more times. Tell me exactly why you don't go for it again. And then if you look at the play calling, again, this is where I go tell y'all, go watch it again. Look at the play calling. We didn't stick to the run. We didn't keep it simple. What we did was we did a bunch of like bullshit, and then we gave up at the end and we just kicked the field goal. Like, who does that? I don't know anybody else in this league who gets to the 2-yard line and kicks a field goal when you're in the position that we are in. I just don't understand that.
You just said it though. You said you keep banging on this 14-6 BS. That you can't be mad at them for cutting into a 1-possession game. My defense, go get a stop. Go hold them. Go do something. It's 14-6, right? That's a 1-possession game.
They did it all game. How can you ask them? How can you? They did it all game.
All right. Okay. You're right. Technically, they did do it all game because we're not going to play what ifs here. You're right. You got it.
I'm just saying they did it all game. Offensively, you gotta do something. You gotta help them out. And we know how football is. It's a game of momentum. It's a game of momentum. Who's to say what would happen if we get some points on the board and now we tied up? Like, who's to say?
You're right.
But you go out there being soft. Oh, yeah. If I'm the Commanders, oh, yeah, I know what it is now. Oh, yeah, this team don't really want to go to war. They don't.
Y'all don't want to go to. That's y'all were outmatched every which way. Coaching, offensive line, defensive line in the trenches, secondary. You talk about our cornerbacks.
I'm not mad at our secondary. I'm not mad at our secondary.
Oh my God.
I'm not, bro.
Brody.
Y'all supposed to be the best offense in the league. That's what y'all telling me. Why should I be mad?
That's bro. You gotta watch it back. We both gonna watch it back. Bro. I was there. You talk about Cliff Kingsbury's master class. He literally. Oh my God. Your secondary was toast. Literally.
I didn't see that.
Oh
I didn't see that. Oh no! I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. So Cordell Flott was definitely that.
Let me ask you this: since we both agreed that it should have been 30-6 minimum, how is that not all on your secondary? Because again, Terry missed 2 touchdowns. We're not talking about runs because we ran the ball damn good against that defensive line. And a Giants fan commented on my video and said that was his key to victory for us, or that was a way that he felt like we could win, is running at the knife of your defensive line interiorly. We did that, and we had some success, whether it was Eckler, whether it was Bill. But you talk about most of the missed plays that we had, it was directly targeted at your secondary, and we just did not take advantage of it because of us. So if you have some questions, your whole team is disgruntled, is just lacks talent. It's every facet of your organization. You need to tear it down, man. I'm telling you. I was a big.
You may be right about that.
I was a big Daboll guy. But I told you. You damn right. Brian Daboll lacks balls, right? You're right. You're right about that. Your mentality should have been: we had nothing to lose. We're on the road. We're trying to set the tone. This culture is supposed to be shifting, right? So you're damn right. You should have.
Even when you said that when we had the pregame show and you was like, Coach Daboll, you think you would give him another year with your quarterback? I rebutted and I said this exact same thing. Coach Daboll, right now, he ain't on my good list right now. He's going to have to show me something. He's going to have to show me something.
They say you chalk with moral victories. That's all he's trying to do, Chad. And you can't blame him. That's all they can do is try to find ways to get more. That's why they're banging so hard about this 14-6. But if you really watch
the game, here, Mr. Lucas,
that 14-6 was not what you're trying to be excited about.
Listen here, Mr. Lucas. See, what you want me to do. See, all right, now I'm gonna have to really talk because I see y'all in the chat. Y'all be talking crazy, and I'll be being nice. I'll be letting y'all get your shit off. Lucas, you're never going to like. This is why I do this because I'm gonna talk ball, and we're gonna break this down. What else do you want to hear from me? I told y'all earned the win, and y'all were the better team. Do you want to? You like? I'm not gonna get on my knees for you. No, bro, that's not how it works. No, we're gonna break this thing down, and we're gonna talk about the game, and I'm gonna call it how I see it. You tell me where I lied. I was told the truth about everything I said. But I said, again, y'all, I'm not going to take the win away from y'all. Y'all were the better team. JD5 is the truth. All of these other things I gave y'all. What do you want to hear? Like, what do you want to hear? Like, God damn. What else do you want? I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, my God, hail the Commanders. That's not going to happen. You got the wrong guy. I'm not the rest of these guys. Okay? I'm not the rest of these guys. You measure a man by when he's down, okay? What does he look like when he's down? My chest is still going to be poked out, and I don't know what is going to happen in the future. Right now, it's not looking good, but I'm going to march forward. That's who you talking to. So, no, you want to sit here. You want me to sit here and cry for you. I'm sorry. Wrong guy, buddy. Okay? We're going to talk about the game. That's what we're here for. We're going to talk about the game. And all of y'all, and a lot of y'all in the chat, listen, trust me, I know. I've been doing this just a little bit. I ain't been doing this as long as everybody else. I've been doing this just long enough to know and understand. A lot of people wouldn't have been here in this moment. A lot of people are scared to talk the way I talk because they scared to look like this moment right here. That's the difference between me. All right, okay, we took the L. Boom. Now I gotta come here and I gotta face the Commander Nation, and they gotta get on me. Oh, yeah. It's not the best feeling in the world, but I'm gonna be here. That's the difference. And so that's what happens. I mean, what else you want? That's it. Come on. This is how I give it up. Right?
I like that soundboard effect for you today. That was That was his way of getting some type of victory, chat. You know what I mean? Because they ain't getting it on the gridiron. You know, so he had to get that spill off just to say, you know what, we good. Matt says if we go 0-2, we might be cleaning the house. Not gonna lie. Hey, I think man, you got nothing to lose, bro. Just put Dart out there right now.
No, we absolutely like, and it's crazy because in game 2, like our situation is different from everybody else in the NFC East. We got to win this game. Like, I know it's like the second game of the season. We got to win this. If there's any type of hope or belief left, you got to beat the Cowboys. Now, how I feel about that is a different story, but really, I mean, this is we put in this position now. This is it. So I'm not mad at Matt for feeling the way he felt. The only thing I kind of disagree with is that when I was calling for Coach Dable's job last year is when I believed we should have did it. But you can't cry over spilled milk.
Man, this is this is
I know you enjoy it.
I'm enjoying it, but I expected it though. That's the thing, and it's almost disappointing to me because we didn't do as much as we should have. Again, so many missed opportunities, but I'm gonna chalk it up to week 1 being the reason for that is. And we have a short turnaround, so we can't really focus too much on this game any much longer. We got to wipe the slate clean tomorrow, really, because we had a game on Thursday against a very good Green Bay Packers team that destroyed the Detroit Lions today. But I expected this, man. Like, I knew this is how it was going to go. Like, and it's not me being like an overly Commanders fan, and I just no, but it's levels to this, bro. Like, your team is just not like. Y'all need to tear it down, man. Like, I tried to warn you about Russ. You down Andrew Thomas, so that offensive line wasn't gonna be much. I said in my post game video, I'm disappointed in myself for hyping up your defensive line the way I was, because I definitely thought it was gonna give us some type of problems, especially interiorly. But again, Brian Burns, the only one that earned his paycheck today.
See, that's where I disagree. That's where I disagree. I think some other people out there, had themselves a good game. I think there was some names out there, man, that had themselves a good game. Again, like, even when you think about Tibbs, like, even when you think about Abdul Carter, especially for it to be his very first professional game, and I seen y'all earlier in the chat talking about Cam Scatterbo. He had -3 yards and things like that, and that's why I don't listen. Like, that's why I don't pay attention to stats, because you gotta look. Like, I believe in the eye test over everything. Like, again, Cam Scatterbo wasn't given the ball and opportunities for him to really showcase, his abilities. But one thing that we can see was that Cam Scatterbo was running with aggression, and he was running well. And so I can't take that away from him. Again, that goes into a lot of the play designs that was out there. He just wasn't set up to succeed. And I like my man Super Chat, you know what I mean? He's the face mask and whatever. And also, man, and because I'm on that type of time, look, I'm just gonna go all the way with it too. What's his name? Isaiah Evans, shut your ass up. Like shut your ass up. You don't even know what you talking about. Because I see you up here, he's saying, like, I be talking too fast. And look, at the end of the day, I'm a fan. And I'm going to talk like a fan. Okay? And I'm going to talk about what I see and what I know. Like, you want me to tuck my tail after, like, taking an L. That's not how this thing goes. So you like, shut your ass up like you know what I'm talking about. Get out of here.
Let me say this. He said that Dexter Lawrence played today. That's the person that I was afraid of, and I'm like, hey, Dex, wellness check. Hey, you good? I'm trying to see something. I don't know.
That was tough. I'm not gonna lie. That was a hard pill to swallow.
Because that I was ready to see the little dance. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. But let's get to this comment right here, because this is the truth. I respect the brother, without a doubt. You should respect TP for showing up tonight. It takes a lot of grit, a lot of balls to face after a loss. And I told him, we both said it. Whether this game went in our favor or not, I was going to show up. And you got to give the brother his damn respect for showing up as well after facing a loss like this. So if you guys aren't subscribed to TP, whether you're a Commanders fan,
I appreciate it, bro.
Of course, but whether you're a Commanders fan, Giants fan, go sub them up, because at the end of the day, we're doing this one more time this year. We got another game, and you got to keep your enemies closer. So we're gonna be keeping tabs on the best Giants content creation on YouTube this season. And it's gonna be a lot of trolling going on because, again, like I said, I don't know if you guys win many games left this year, but shout out to you, my brother. Appreciate you for showing up. Philip B. Shout out to my guy Philip B, of course, always holding it down, always supporting the channel. He says, Juan almost at 11K. Let's sub up. Let's get in there, man.
That's a fact.
Come on.
That's a fact. 11K,
let's go,
man.
Come on. We need a handful of subs. We're at 10,948 subscribers, man.
Come on.
Let's go ahead and get it up. Sub me up, sub my guy TP up, man. And we grinding, baby. We grinding. But man, this was fun. I don't want to end it, but I don't want to also keep talking in circles, because at the end of the day, the reality is we won. We dominated. We left some things out there on the field, but I'm gonna scale it back. Okay, we're gonna end this thing off the last 15, 20 minutes or so, and try to cope with you, give you some therapy. But before we do that, they say, what is their channel? Just tell them all about you, TP. I've been telling them about you, but you do yourself the service that you so rightfully deserve.
Yeah, man. I always say, and this is, this is kind of like my little intro thing, man. And I don't want to break it down, man, for y'all to get a better understanding of just exactly who I am. All right, I say it's your guy who was never lying, sometimes defiant, TP Way the Giant. All right, so I wear my heart on my sleeve. There's a certain energy that I believe I address this thing with. All right, I'm one of those type of persons who's a passionate guy. As you can see, I believe in, the barbershop style of things, and we gonna chop it up. That's why I enjoy streams like this. And I absolutely and I was talking my shit, and I said this on my post-game stream. I love the fact that you got Commander fans here that's gonna talk back with me. I love the fact that y'all gonna talk your shit as well. I love the fact that y'all came on my stream after the loss and y'all was letting it be known, like, yo, yeah, shut your ass up now. Like, that's the type of time that I'm on. That's what I absolutely, love about this whole thing. And I always say I come from a fan perspective. I don't try to be this guy that is trying to be this analytical type guy. That's just not me. You got plenty of people who do a great job at it. Me, I'm just your neighborly, brother out here, man, that represents the New York Giants. So again, y'all subscribe to me at TP Way the Giant. I'm gonna go ahead and just type myself in the chat and all that. And yeah, man. This was definitely a humbling but beautiful, thing. All in all, man. I had a great but unfortunate time. And Door Gunner, I'm glad I'm hearing from you, because Door Gunner has been somebody who's been consistently on that side, talking to me. And he's saying back to the basement. And unfortunately, I really can't combat this part of it, right? Like, these back to the basement comments and the Giants is going to be in the bottom of the NFC East comments. I can't combat that, because the actuality of it all is literally everybody looked some type of good in our division except us. Like, y'all have takeaways that y'all can take away from this game that y'all can build on top of. Dallas, they can do the same. Win, lose, or draw. Eagles, they can do the same. Us, it looked like we were a middle school team, and I can't combat the fact that we look like we're going to be at the bottom of the division. Only leg that I really have to really stand on is that it's week 1, and maybe there is a world to where we figure something out. Maybe we played a ridiculously good team in the Commanders. Like I whatever. I don't know. But I mean, all in all, I'll see it through regardless. So that's that.
Shout out to my guy, and I appreciate you for standing on 10 and rocking with you. Let me know whenever you're ready to exit stage left, but I definitely wanted to let you get your comments off. We got a lot of Giants supporters in here as well. Booking tackles, we have to come out before we can go back. Stuck in the basement as of right now.
Let's do it again. Let's do 5 minutes. Let's do five minutes.
I got you. Yeah. I got you. 5 minutes. But the unfortunate reality is that's your reality. I mean, unless you put your faith in Jackson Dart, but again, I'm right there with you. I don't like drafting a quarterback and then find, because that would be Daniel Jones all over again, right? You had Dave Gettleman and you had was it at the time was it Joe Judge, or was it not Ben, I'm thinking I was about to say Ben McAdoo, but I'm talking about years ago at that point. Who drafted Daniel Jones in 2019? It was Dave Gettleman, and who was the coach?
Damn,
was it Joe Judge, or was it? I can look it up. But the moral of the story of what I'm trying to say is y'all are at a disadvantage, in my opinion, anyway, because if Daboll doesn't work out, but you got this quarterback that he drafted, you're firing him, and then you got to get a coach that's going to be able to inherit a guy that's not his at the end of the day.
It's another situation.
So either way it goes, man, I think let me which coach drafted Daniel Jones. But either way, I feel like it's an unfortunate situation for you, man. But it's an ugly. It was Pat Shurmur. Okay, I forgot about Pat
Shurmur. Okay.
Yeah, but Pat Shurmur, drafted Daniel Jones, and he got what? Because Joe Judge came in 2020 or 2021. I think it was 2020 because y'all had a new coach as well that same year, Ron Rivera. So again, that's the reality that it seems like that y'all are headed, unfortunately, again, man. And I can't say I feel bad for you because I truly don't been a division rival, but I mean, maybe one day.
No. I mean, look, that's the reality, and I think all Giant fans like we at this point, and it's unfortunate because last year, you had the two sides of it. You had a side of it that said, this was the side that I was on, that said, no, we just need a coach that is going to get the job done, and who's competent. Mm-hmm. And there was another side of it that was like, no, let's see Coach Daboll with his quarterback. Let's give him some more time. And my approach to that is just like a good coach is a good coach no matter who you have at quarterback. And I'm not saying that you're going to, make the playoffs, but I believe that a good coach is going to play above 3 wins in a season, like no matter who's at quarterback. You're going to coach up just a good team. And so I kind of, lost the things that I've seen. I really lost my hope and belief in Coach Daboll, and I just don't think it's working. Now, after this loss, which, as a Commander fan, I don't know, if I was in y'all position, I would feel good about this. But this was the loss, which credit to you because you said this. This was the loss that really put the nail, not necessarily dead in the coffin. Like, we got one more tap of the nail before it's sealed shut, and the only reason why it's not sealed shut is because it's week 1. But outside of that, I mean, it's bad. It's bad, and I think everybody in the New York Giant fan base is on the same page as far as like just being done and over with Coach Daboll right now.
Well said. Our guy Dor Gunner says flew from Florida to watch that beating, man. It was a good game. Not happy with the outcome in terms of what we did, or should I say I'm happy with the outcome, but not happy with the process of it because, again, it was a beating for sure, but the scoreboard doesn't tell the reality of the game. But that being said, man,
I want to ask you this real quick because this reminded me.
Talk to me.
I know you was live. You was actually at the game. Again, we know how this goes. I go to at least one game a year. It looked and sounded like it was bananas out there.
Yeah.
Like, was that one of them ones, or have you heard louder than that? Like, to me, it sounded bananas. Like,
So
how was it out there?
it was good. It was a good atmosphere. For it to be a sellout, I definitely thought it was to be more Commanders fans than it was. Now it was a lot of us. Don't get me wrong. It was more of us than it was blue, but it was a lot of blue. And I think I have to get the understanding of that is that every fan base in the NFC East is passionate, and for the most part, we're all close together. The only team that's not close to us is Dallas. But I have to understand, like, regardless of how good we are or how good you are, you're gonna always show up, right?
Yeah, for sure.
New Jersey ain't nothing but 2.5 hours away. Philly ain't nothing but 3.5 hours away. So it's always going to be kind of that even split. But it was 64,000 packed. It was loud. Again, my whole section was full of Giants fans. I had Giants fans trolling me early on. You know what I mean? But can't really speak about the second half because they all got quiet and whatnot. But like it was a good environment. Have I heard louder? Hell yes. Yes. Last year, Atlanta Falcons game was absolutely bananas. That was the one that sent us to the playoffs. I think the Titans game probably was louder than that too as well. But my seats weren't the best. I didn't like them. I mean, they were cool, but I was obstructed view. So excuse me, I could see the field, but I was kind of like closed off. It was like a stands that was over top of me. So I was kind of like shut off to the outside atmosphere of like being outside. I was kind of like indoors almost in a sense, kind of.
Oh, so that's why you couldn't see the refs not making. Okay, I got you. Making sense.
You know what? Look.
I'm glad it all came together. All right, cool.
Whatever helps you sleep better at night. I'll say that. If we're gonna put it all on the refs, let's do that. But it ain't gonna change the fact that you're 0-2, basically. I think 0-1.
Oh shit.
0-1 in the division and 0-1. Oh my God! Think about it like this. That just made me think about it. Before we get up out of here, the loser of next Sunday's game between Dallas and New York is going to be 0-2 in the division.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's.
Oh man,
that's man.
That y'all got to win that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I said, this is it.
It seems like every year you all are always in that week 2 slot that it has to be a must win. But even worse this year because it's a division game too. Like, if you go 0-2 in the division, bro, it's wraps. It's your seasons. Look, I told him
that's the nail.
Mock drafts.
That's the last hit on the nail.
Mock drafts by October. You might be doing mock drafts by September 28th. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, September 28th. I might be doing mock drafts. What is this? September 16th.
Oh man.
Like, yo, this is it. This is
my heart is with you, my brother. Man. My heart is with you.
Hey man, look, God gives his hardest battles to the strongest soldiers. You know what I mean? And that's just where it is right now. But I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all got me for sure. I ain't gonna sit here and act too cool and whatever this and that. Nah, this loss hurt. I ain't even gonna sugarcoat it. It hurt.
I tried to temper your expectation. You can't. It was the week 1 optimism at the end of the day, and I can't be too mad at the Giants, man.
It wasn't the loss. It was
how you lost.
It was definitely that.
The performance.
It was definitely that.
It was all phases. You were outmatched. But like that's the thing, though. And I know you probably look at it differently because you don't think that highly about supporting cast or what may have you, but. Overall, TP, you're just not talented enough to compete with us or the majority of your schedule. Your team is just not talented enough. Like Malik Nabers, great. Who is there to consistently help him on a consistent basis? Yeah, here and there you have Wan'Dale Robinson that shows up. You have Jalen Hyatt that maybe shows up.
But see, I know the thing is, it's like I it's hard to combat that when you had the game that you had. But I still disagree. Like, I do think that we have a lot of untapped talent. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see, mainly because offensive line wasn't good. And 2, again, I stand on the fact that we just was out coached by a long shot, and the coaching was bad. And Excuse me. And Andrew Bishop. Yo, man, leave me alone, man. I did my mustache myself, and I messed myself up, so I had to cut it short, man. Leave me alone, man. It's for my job. I ain't allowed to grow a beard and all that good stuff. I see you talking about my mustache.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah. I really can't. I can't.
The refs were horrible for both sides. We can call it that. They're, like, you can say for both sides. That's why okay, if we do this before we go, if we take out the refs for both sides, it's still a blowout for us because we significantly
Was this a blowout? You titled this a blowout?
No, because I mean, that's why the score doesn't tell the full story. On field wise, you're damn right. We outplayed the shit out of y'all, but it's not going to show because we had a lot of self-inflicted wounds, right? But if we take the refs out both sides because they both were bad for both teams, of course, you still don't compete. That's the thing that I've been trying to bang this whole entire stream. Like, it was not close as that 14-6 tell you, but I digress.
I can't wait till you see that face mask on Darius Slayton.
That's cool. That's one. What about that?
But that's huge, though. And look, you got to understand, when it is a 14-6 game, like, those are not just small things.
It's not. Like, but what about that roughing the passer that they called on Quan Martin's interception? That would have.
He literally. I mean, by rule, it was literally a hand to the face.
Not the hand to the face one. We're talking about roughing the passer. Meaning he took Russell Wilson down to the ground in a vicious way or whatever may have you. I'm not talking about the hands to the face because they actually called a hands to the face if I can remember correctly. They actually called one. I'm talking about the roughing the passer on the one where Quan Martin literally picked it off for one. Bobby Wagner, was that not a fumble? When Bobby Wagner forced the fumble.
Hey, look. But again, this is where it's good where you talking to who you talking to, because I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not negating the fact that there may have been a couple of calls that we just got away with. I'm not negating that, because that Bobby Wagner one that you're talking about on Tyrone Tracy Jr. when he caught the ball, and to me, I thought it was a football move. I thought it was a fumble. I don't know if you're talking about that one.
No, yeah, I am. They're talking about it's the rule. I understand the rule is you can't touch them in the helmet above the head. But what I'm saying is, on that play, he's talking about the hands to face was the Quan Martin one. So for me, in the stands, I can't really hear the call. So when I think of roughing the passer, I'm thinking of doing something viciously to the quarterback, whether it's slamming them into the ground or whatever may have you, putting your body weight on. But they're saying they called it roughing the passer for him doing this, instead of just calling it hands to the face. It was multiple hands to the faces that they called. But I digress. Okay, that's a legit roughing the passer call.
And Ransom, I'm not like stamping it. I could be totally wrong. I'm just going by my memory. Like, I could be totally wrong on that. But I'm just going by my memory on what I thought. But you could be 100% right on that.
And then the Terry McLaurin catch. So for me, I was like,
that wasn't a catch.
They ruled it not a catch, and it's hard to overturn it because, in my opinion, maybe you have better vision on TV, but
yeah,
he didn't do himself any favor by wearing them colored gloves, because you can't. The ball was the same color as the gloves, so it's kind of hard to see if he had true control. But we all felt like it was a catch. I mean, I even had Giants fans in my ear saying, "Yeah, that looks like a catch," but it's hard to overturn something when you can't have clear evidence that it was not or was a catch, but. Like I said, refs weren't good for either one. It was week one for everybody. We'll just chalk it up to that. But at the end of the day, regardless of the play of the penalty flags, you got outplayed, man. And
let me be clear, because I know I said this plenty of times before, but I know people's comprehension, in the chat is going to be whatever. I do not think we lost because of the refs. I don't do that. There are instances where you may very much indeed lose because of the refs. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that is the reason for today. I don't think the refs were, as good as I would like them to be, but I don't think that they determine necessarily the outcome. I think at times, especially in football, you got to play through bad calls. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
But last comment that we'll let you get up out of here. I'll slide to the left too. I've been screaming all day and I'm scared to go to sleep because I know that means mean ass sore throat is coming, but it is what it is. He says, bro, I was there. The refs build the F out of the Giants the entire game. Cut it out. I watched the game with my brother who's a Giants fan, and we both knew refs equally suck for both sides. Yeah, we can say that. We can say that. And then,
I don't know about equally, but I can live with the fact that we acknowledge. Go ahead, now I'm fucking with you.
He says, we suck today. I think this is a Giants guy.
Yeah, Aboriginal Sports Network, who I do a partnership with, man. Shout out to the Aboriginal Sports Network.
Shout out to you, man. And then last comment, this is for you as well. Ending it off with my guy TP. Says, TP, shout out to your fan base has been ducking all of that after the loss, but my guy TP showed up. He showed up and was a man of his word. And that being said, my brother, we're going to end it off like this. Give everybody a final word. Let them all know where to find your great content at and end it off right. Let's do it.
Yo, man, it's definitely been a pleasure, man. Again, shout out to y'all in the chat. You know, y'all got at me, and rightfully so. You can't, dish. You gotta receive too. Pause. But
hey,
shout out to y'all. Yeah, that was a little.
That was crazy. Uh-oh, come on. We gotta try that over. We can't hit off like that.
Run it back. I need the Men in Black joint with the flash. Yo, forget about that real quick. Let's do that again. Hold on.
We gotta try that again. All right, let's go.
All right, yo. That was funny. Yo, man, but again, yeah. Shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all definitely made this a lit experience. Of course, this didn't turn out the way I wanted it to turn out, but I know for sure if it did, I would have the same energy, that y'all have, man. But I can only respect it. You got a good thing and a good community over here, Juan. So shout out to you and thanks for having me. And again, I'm gonna be paying attention to y'all and all of that, man. And make sure that y'all show love on my end and subscribe to TP Way the Giant, man. Peace, y'all.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my guy TP, and you have a great night, my brother. And I'm gonna definitely be in contact with you very, very soon, as this isn't gonna be the last time that we lock horns.
Already.
You have a go. Man, that was amazing. Shout out to my guy TP for holding it down and staying true to his word, right? He stayed true to his word. At the end of the day, he showed up like he said he was going to do. And that's a great, great guy over there, man. And if you guys are not familiar with TP, make sure you check him out. Great content and everything. So make sure you guys check him out. And, of course, check yours truly out, Juan Gotti Talking Sports. We're on the road to 11,000 subscribers. We're ever so close to 11K. And we got a lot of content coming out each and every day around the Washington Commanders. But that being said, I'm going to slide to the side myself. I've been screaming all day. So I'm hoping to finally get my voice a rest before we're right back at it tomorrow. And we got a quick turnaround because Thursday night we play the Green Bay Mother Loving Packers. If you guys want to get 10% off your tickets, use promo code WanGotti at SeatGeek at checkout to get 10% off your first purchase as well. And stick around for the great content, man. We're trying to turn this thing up this year, and we're so close to 11,000. Let's try to get that before Thursday. Can we get there before Thursday? I mean, shout out the channel, man. It doesn't take much. It's free to subscribe. Check out the channel and subscribe. We need to leave like a handful of people. Do that for me. But I love each and every one of y'all. I'll catch y'all later. As always, being boy Juan Gotti. I'm out. Hey.
Never get it ballin' like I'm Deshaun, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a line.